Welcome back to the beautiful confines of the convention center across the street from the stadium. Welcome to the Weege Show, wrapping Monster Energy AMA Supercross. This is all brought to you by Racetech and their gold valves. And I don't think there's a lot left rider-wise in the media scrum. But why not leave the sport coat on? What do you think?
About what?
What do you think of the look, bro?
I think you're looking spit.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not changing. Didn't you get hurt not that long ago, Morans?
Yep, we're coming back this next weekend.
Okay, so you just said I'm here for the scenery.
We had Zach Williams kind of filling in for us.
Oh, okay, cool.
Nobody wants to give fill-in rides anymore, but we already had the program set up. Going to the races, we know both Jordan and I, my mechanic, know Zach really well, and he's a good kid and whatnot, so might as well allow him to utilize what we got going to the races. Allows us to keep some sponsors on the track, so it's kind of a double whammy.
It's true. You're like one of the last fill-ins.
Yeah.
You got one, and it's gone now.
Yeah.
Factory fill-ins are gone.
Yeah, it was. I was hopeful last year when there was like no KTM's, Huskies, gas on the track.
Yeah.
It just didn't happen.
No. So you're trying to revive it, maybe.
Yep.
Maybe revive it.
That's why we're not waiting for a team. We're just going out, making our own thing, starting to build it.
It's KMR. So you're racing Indy. That's
Indy,
the plan.
yep, seeing Indy.
Okay, not bad. All right. At least somebody was here to talk to. I appreciate that. There is a media scrum over here, and there are media members, but are there any actual athletes here? No, we just got Anton and Lewis standing around.
We've had the best scrum ever, to be fair.
I heard it was a lot of guys. Not to say there were a lot of dudes
It was like a
here. Is someone else supposed to show up, or do we just have to tell
we're
you?
waiting on an elite talent.
Is that it? Is that it?
There's another
Is
elite
that?
talent.
Oh wait, show me the shirt here. Yes, Weege Show brought to you by your Racetech Gold Valves, endorsed by Darkside.
Racetech.com. Go get your fluids changed. Meet your local service rep. He'll take care of you. He'll be at the track probably with you. He'll help you out.
Now a
Can't beat
two-time Weege Show guy, Darkside. He's becoming like a recurring character.
I look forward to the Jamie show.
Him and McAdoo. Yes.
It's been a long time.
No, that was the Yamaha event. That one. We did one there.
About back in like the outdoors.
Was those
You're a
greasy
busy
long
man.
hair days?
Have they seen what you're wearing tonight? Holy.
Yeah, look at that, guys. Look at that. Yeah. So is there someone showing up here, or am I out of luck?
There's an elite talent en route.
Yeah, 250 guy. Oh,
Is it the 37?
No, he's long gone.
Oh, he's long gone.
Yes.
Oh, okay, he's
number
long gone.
one.
The number one.
Well, who would I be waiting for?
I thought maybe Max Anstey, but there's so many wees with you, Lewis, I can't keep up.
Jeffrey is on his way.
Yeah, he's coming here for the
private
media
jet.
scrum
He's on his
from Patagonia. Okay, so Sexton's supposed to show up.
Apparently.
Okay.
Yeah, I just talked to him. He's coming.
Well, after you guys do all your
coming
interviews,
for
I'll be
him.
back in 20
He
minutes.
told me he was only coming.
Here comes KTM's PR rep.
Let me tell you an amazing thing. In our TV notes, there was a quote from Sexton that said, "Do not give up on the ship yet." But only I knew of the TV crew. He didn't mean championship.
No.
He meant Lewis's Sextonship.
Yes, and they put an apostrophe.
They did. Ship.
Just to confirm that they felt it meant championship.
Nope. Just the Sexton ship.
The branding team at Lewis.com is going to look into that this week. Maybe we have an issue. Maybe we need to rethink. But
No, I think. Oh, because they took it away from you. They made it sound like championship.
They
Okay.
misrepresented shit.
Yeah, I don't think they know what.
maybe we need to be more clear on what we mean.
Maybe you need to be more specific with who the wees are for you. He's got so many guys.
I'm a friendly guy.
Seawer's his guy. Jeffrey's his guy.
The Watson wagon.
Watson wagon.
Will the Beta get his first 1-1 tomorrow? We'll see.
Oh, really? Okay. Anstey, maybe. I don't know. Still your guy. All right, I'll come back when this elite talent. Don't give up on the ship. The media scrum's done, but the media's still there. These guys are rabid animals, and boy, do I know what that's all about. Let me tell you what it was like 20 years ago when I was covering the Nationals for Cycle News. Yes, literally. No, 21 years ago. It was 2003. And having to be outside of Chad Reed and Grant Langston's and Brian Hughes' motorhomes every weekend and just praying to God to give me an interview.
Hey, Weigandt.
What's up?
Weege Show.
Hey, what's happening, Teddy Parks?
How you doing, man?
Yeah, how'd you end up getting, literally the instructions for media said, go to the TPJ trailer.
Oh, that's what they told you?
That's what it says, right
Because
next
they
to
wanna talk
TPJ.
about the veterans.
I guess that's what it is. They just want to represent. Yes, maybe that was all the
Hey,
plan.
he's in the 70s club. That's what brother Roy.
You're his brother?
I am.
You don't want to claim that. You do not want to claim
We don't
that.
tell very many people
Yeah.
there.
Now, by the way, I saw you at Daytona with that hat, Teddy. You running the Richard Petty special?
I don't even need a hard card on him in Daytona.
You just have. You're a limo tint sunglasses away from just being the king. Wow. All right, that's Teddy Parks. This is Partzilla PMX. Aaron Tanti putting it in a 450 main. That was good. And this dude, Man, I watched Harrison in B group.
Yeah.
The track was super tough, and he was nailing the ruts. Like, it was impressive.
Yeah, it was perfect.
So you're happy with your guys here. This is good.
Yeah. Today was actually really good.
Yep.
P15 in the main, so.
For Harrison.
Yeah, for Harrison.
Nicely done.
Yep.
Yeah, he's
Everything
always
went really
underrated,
smooth,
man. He's
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
I'm happy on the night for sure.
Yes. All right, great for the team.
Yep.
Say hi to Julian, the team owner over here, Partzilla PMX. That is not Ty Masterpool's bike. Ty Masterpool's 29 now, okay? 81 is Clayson. What else is happening over here? These people are still left around here? Team Freddy's here?
We're homeless.
So you got nowhere to go?
No.
You just hang out here?
Yeah, we just sleep here.
You sit on a concrete floor?
Yeah, well, this is where we sleep. That's what they think
I
of.
know you guys know how to build houses.
Yeah.
I know you can do better than this.
Yeah.
My gosh.
Amy, who really knows how to build houses though?
Oh, just where the credit is really due?
Solutions, yes.
And Airbnbs?
Oh yeah, everything. Airbnbs,
They're
container
building out of
houses.
storage containers.
Out of containers.
Really?
We're gonna build out some Airbnbs. Let's go.
Oh, so what you have right now is not him yet, but there could be a deal in
We should've been
play.
at our meet and greet last night. We were hanging out in our shop.
Really?
Free food.
So what is there? Oh, now you're really.
I sent you something on Twitter. I was like, hey man, free food, 1108 Night Street. Let's
You really
go.
did?
Yes.
Dude,
I would have
that's.
sent you home. We had so much extra food.
Oh, you're killing me.
I'm not kidding.
It really hurts because this Steve Mathis guy finds me on the street last night. He's like, you want to go to dinner? And I'm like, fine. And then he calls and he's like, oh, we need to add an extra name in the reservation. And we drive there and it was Roots Chris. And now I'm like, I'm in for $100 now. Gosh. So what's the name of your company?
Eco Solutions.
Eco Solutions for food. Hi. You have fun tonight? There you go. What's up, Cartright?
Remember last year when I stayed in that little container at Indy?
Yes.
That's his.
That was his.
That was his. Yeah.
Oh my, that was hilarious.
That was awesome.
Are you rocking glasses just to be like, I'm computer programmer guy, I gotta wear glasses?
I wear contacts when I race, so
Oh.
I take them out. So I can't read Fiji. Wrong on that.
Your vision's bad.
It's bad.
See me on a plane one time and see how thick my glasses are. Don't worry, you're fine. You're fine. Cartwright, what's happening? Are we gonna get in the show here?
We're working on it.
Okay.
Starting to. So we AC separation in Phoenix. That kind of
Yeah,
sucked.
okay.
But definitely rough start to the season in the beginning. The team's awesome. Everything.
Yep.
It's mainly just me.
Yep.
Just mentally.
Yep.
It's a tough year. So it's a
There's
stacked
a
year.
lot. Do you feel it's tougher?
Way tougher
Than last year.
It's more like because like last year you had about 15 factory guys. Where
Yeah.
This year there's about like 19.
Okay.
It's like, and also there's a lot more of me's kind of. And
That group, that level. Yeah,
like
yeah,
a
yeah.
lot of those kind of privateers
Yes.
guys picked it up. So
Yep.
instead of like 5 of us, like me, Clayson, all of them, now there's if you don't get a start, you're screwed.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
we're working on it. We're working on the mental everything. So we'll come back it soon. And once the AC separation gets back, we'll be back to Josh Cartright.
Chin is up.
Yep.
The chin is up.
Chin is up.
We're doing show to show right here.
Yes.
Yes, I like that.
Free dinner in Nashville.
Okay.
I will take you to dinner.
I gotta
I'll
make
just
up
send
for
you the
that.
dinner.
Just send me the tweet or the X, whatever we call it now.
I'll TM you. I got it.
Why did I not look at my phone last night? All right, thanks, gang. That's Freddie Norton. Freddie Norton's been getting it done this year. He's made, I think, all but one main. And then how about these guys? Beta now with their 2 regularly scheduled factory riders, both making the main.
You look good, Weege.
Yeah, this is just normal for me, man. I just dress like this all the time.
Change when you got the TV. I'm just.
I know. The money starts rolling in. 12, 13? 13, 14?
14.
This too much? Somebody's got. I was about to walk out of here floating, man. Gosh. How'd it go, Benny?
I got 14.
Oh, jeez. Gee, he gets 10th last week, and now 14th. He's a loser. Come on, man.
I don't know. The class is pretty gnarly. So.
No, 14th I think is good. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't 10th like last week, but 14th is good.
It's my second best of the season.
Yeah. And then you had an extra competitor out there to deal with. New guy. New guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good.
Was Colt ready? Or what were the expectations coming in?
This is Colt's A1.
Yeah, exactly.
So these guys are
Yeah.
9 rounds in. So he's as ready as he should have been to come in and get going.
Yeah.
So it was a good night for everyone.
Yes.
Expectation.
Yeah. It was a great night.
Yes.
Probably be around there.
I expected the whole shot, honestly.
He almost finished it.
He almost did.
In the main?
He almost
Oh, really? Oh,
got
okay.
right there in the turn.
How's it? I know the first couple rounds were a scramble. How's it feeling now that you guys are in the groove here?
We got a flow now.
Yeah.
It took a few rounds for us to get going, and we knew it coming in.
Yeah.
So we got a flow now. These guys got the routine, and every weekend the bike progresses, and these guys get more confident, they get more comfortable, and these other teams got a lot of time on us. So we're catching up, and I just appreciate Colt and Benny for working with us and figuring it all out.
I thought they had something important to say. They were just telling me, get your toes out of the way of that. Yes.
Liability issue.
Yeah. So you guys, in the long haul, we're good. Excellent. All right, that's the Liqui Moly Beta team and Carlin Gardner, the team manager over there. And what do you got over here? This might be the best weed show I've ever done. Oh, Marsh. Hey, is 9th? You have 2 9th so far? Are those your career bests?
2 PRs, yeah.
You'd be proud. I even looked it up.
Thank you.
I looked up when I saw 9th. I even looked it up, and I'm like, wait, you had a 9th, what, 2 races ago also?
Detroit and then last week.
Yes.
Yep.
And I was like, wait, that's the best he ever did. But I also want to say, I looked up your results on Racer X, and I'm like, man, I didn't know Marsh got 4th in MX2. You got 4th in an EMX.
No, 3rd in EMX.
3rd in EMX.
Yeah, a couple top 5s in MX
Yes.
too.
Oh, you did get top 5 in MX2?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't remember that either, so I got to give you more credit. How's it going? Like, to me, the results are good. What are you, 11th tonight?
I think I just moved to 12th at points, so I'm like 3 or 4 points out of 8th or 9th.
Yeah.
So
is this about, I mean, I feel like you were pretty good toward the end of the year, like 2 years ago. Or do you feel you're even better than that?
I think this is the best I've been in Supercross so
Yeah.
far.
Yeah.
It just, things are kind of working together. I'm really pumped to be back on the blue Yamaha. I've been working with the new suspension guy, Clint Stapes. He's been a huge part of the program. And,
Okay.
I think I'm just, I'm trying to maintain healthiness because it's something I've never really done.
Yes.
It's really tough to do, especially when the conditions have been like how they have. So.
Yeah, you don't want any knee catching knees here. That's what you're trying to avoid.
2 ACLs in the past year, so this thing is like, it's
Whew.
a golden egg right now. Just
Is it fixed right now?
it is fixed, yeah. I'm like
Okay.
7.5 months to stop on it.
Yes. But when you get to a rutted track every darn weekend, like even last weekend had to be.
Feet on the pegs.
One more thing.
You look good. Let me flip the
Yeah,
camera.
you like, yeah. Come on, Marsh, hook it up. Yeah.
That's nice.
You look good. This is my tie. But on a negative note, the start in the heat last weekend. What the hell, bro? Larry Loop, what happened?
I've been racing for like 24 years. I've never lived out once in my life, and I don't have an explanation for
Oh, you
it.
don't? I was
mean,
waiting for you to say the clutch malfunctioned or something.
Yeah, I wish I had an excuse. I do. I mean, I'm going to shoot it straight though. I had the paddle tire on, and it spun right off that metal, or the plastic.
Yeah.
And they filled the ruts in with a bunch of mud because it's been mud every weekend, and I really thought like, okay, I need to be neutral, and it stopped me.
No, you need to be forward. Wow. I wanted to blame it on mechanical.
Yeah. Dang, buddy.
Good riding though.
Yeah,
Marshal Weltin, fighting the good fight. Thanks, Marsh. Marsh, one of the long-running best friends, worst enemies of Phil Nicoletti. There's so many of those legendary stories. Look how stacked this team is on motorcycles. That's Rock River. Rock River's a Yamaha dealership. That makes it a little bit easier on them. Grant Harlan back and making the main. I don't think we want to talk about, well, J-Mart, that was good. That was really good for Jeremy, but do we want to talk about Shock at all? No comment. I think that's smart. We all saw what happened to Deegan and Shock at the end, and I think there's going to be more news coming on Shock and the after effects of that in a bit. But sometimes we like to say, well, let the teams share their own bad news. And now, finally, we are back to the post-race media scrum, and it worked. It worked. I doubted these guys. I'm like, they're all gone. No one's coming over. And look at this. We've got athletes. We got Hammaker, McAdoo. Credit to you for getting the athletes to come out. That's very good. Hey, we'll be right back. We'll actually interview some riders. How about that? I just wonder if my backpack and the rest of my clothing is still over at the other corner of the pits because I didn't feel like walking around with a 50-pound backpack on this show.
And we have a
McAdoo.
camera, and she chooses not to use it now.
This is just as good. Okay, I could bring you to the real media backdrop over there. Whatever, we're rogue. McAdoo, your podium speeches, bro. Let's not talk about the riding. We saw the race.
Yeah.
You're getting very good at this. Are you practicing? Are you actually thinking about what you want to say?
To be honest, I'm not.
No?
This is me. Like,
I'll get you.
like all last year, I missed so much racing, and I remember so many times where I was like so mad by getting past in the last lap and so mad about this, but like something deep down inside me was just like, dude, I'm still getting third, or I'm still on the podium in Supercross, you know?
Yes.
And like I almost have to tell myself like, hey dude, like what about Cameron McAdoo a few years ago? Like, and then when it all got taken away from me, I did a lot of thinking. I did a lot of 5-hour bicycle rides to the beach by myself with just me, just to occupy my time. My wife would pick me up from there. Just doing everything I could. But I would go, you know, I watched the race on Saturday night, and I was like, man, a few weeks ago, I was so mad about being in third, but now I'm sitting here. Like, I had so much before, and I was so like angry. And it's just like, it's been a big perspective thing for me, even down to the travel. Like, oh man, you can be like bummed about having to go on Thursday and whatever, but really, I've said this, it almost sounds monotonous. I don't want it to be that way, but I get to go in a different city every Friday night to have a date night dinner with my wife. Like, I'm in my mid-20s and I get to race dirt bikes for a living. Like, this is so awesome, and I know that it's such a short portion of my life. Like, I will not get to do this for very much longer. And then once it's gone, you never get it back. As a professional athlete, once you're done, you're never getting it back. And I really want to just take it all in, like just take each moment in and enjoy it as much as I can. Because even as I do this and as I try to take each day in and each moment, I know I'm still going to look back and be like, dang, I wish I would have, you know,
even
enjoyed it more.
Still enjoyed it more.
I know that's the case. So it's just honestly a big perspective shift, and it's just me. That's like, I'm trying to just be more me instead of, sometimes I've almost even had to feel like I needed to be mad because like you know, my team or the people around me might have had some expectation, but no one's ever came up to Cameron McAdoo and been like, dang dude, you should have tried harder.
Yes.
No one has.
Right.
And so like, yeah, I want to be me. I want to, you know, tell the kids that are watching, like, I am one of those kids. Like, I was one of those kids a couple years ago, and I haven't always had this. I still think it's cool when I get to go into my locker and I get some sweet boots and I get free gear. Like, this stuff's cool. So, yeah, I'm trying to be more me and more transparent and just show Supercross fans that, like, we're just people. Like, this stuff's sweet. I think this stuff's just as cool as you guys think it is.
Now here's a question for you, Maddie. Is it easier to deal with on a day-to-day, Sunday after the race basis now that he's got this perspective? Because what was it like in the super mad at yourself days?
He's not like the kind of guy that's like, trying to use the right word here. He's not nice on Sunday if he's mad, to me anyway. So
basically you're saying I don't let it affect my personal life.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Affect our relationship.
Yeah. That's good. Okay.
But yeah, I mean, this new version is super cool.
Yeah, makes Saturday a little nicer.
Yeah, and I always remind him, like, this is so cool. Like, let's live in it. This is awesome.
And I think the biggest thing that she doesn't like is when I'm bummed on myself.
Yes.
I will never let, if I started struggling and I could barely get top fives and I was just slow, I would never let that affect my personal life, my relationship with my wife, with my family. But I will sit on the plane and be a bummer, you know, or tear myself up a little bit. And she hates that. You know?
Well, that's what I mean. It's not you being mean to anybody else, but if you love your husband, you don't want to see him be mad at himself either.
Yeah,
right.
Sucks.
Yes. So this is probably good all around.
Yeah. I think we make a good team. Like, she's hard on herself about her own things, and we try to pick each other up. So
that's good.
We're enjoying our life. We're stoked to be able to fly around the country and race dirt bikes, and I'm stoked. Like, again, that's another thing. Like, who in their 20s gets to bring their wife to work with them?
Yes, and travel and
like, and race dirt bikes. Like, it's so cool. So
you just, dude from Iowa, in a normal life, you would have maybe gone to California one time in your life, maybe on a vacation once.
At most, maybe.
Yes.
Yep.
So think about that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And now it's like, where am I going next week? Indianapolis? Like, well, there's a steakhouse there. And, you know, it's yeah. So We're enjoying it.
Making memories.
I'd like to hear.
Yeah.
Yes, you're making memories. It's usually guys find that perspective, but they're the 30-year-old guys that have been like 12 years in the 450s. Like I think Kenny feels that way. You're already there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with like the people that I have in my corner, my mentors, Nick Way, Justin Brayton. Those are those guys who have that perspective and have helped me maybe grab it a little bit younger. You know, and now I wish I'd have grabbed it a few years ago in 2021 when it all came at me unexpected and I was just like winning races and podiums from like the year prior, maybe getting like 6th.
Yep.
So, but I'm grateful that I have been able to change my mindset a little bit.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I did this whole thing just hoping Brayton would get a plug at some point.
Oh,
and we checked the box, baby.
Honestly, like, I say this not often enough, but he is responsible for a lot of the success in my career.
Jeez, wow.
A lot. Like, before I turned pro, he helped me get in with companies, even not even so much of that, but just giving me opportunities and giving me so much guidance when I was I mean, I remember there was times where I just thought that this was it. Like I had a fill-in ride at a factory team at Geico and this happened and he's like, hey man, I promise you, you just keep doing what you do because like what you do is what gets you there. It will work out. And I'm like, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. I'm gonna lose my job. I did. I lost my ride.
You were Christian Craig's bus driver.
Yeah. In 2018, I lost my ride. I filled back in and then lost it again. And like, but those guys, like the people with the experience and the people the people that I look up to and respect. I look up to Nick Way and Justin Brayton. I respect them as people, as fathers, as husbands, as mentors, as friends, and as racers. And their guidance is like it's irreplaceable.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I forgot all those bumps in the road. Yeah. That is a lot. That is a lot. Yep. Yeah. All right, keep it up. We'll talk racing some other time. Yep. Thank you. That's the McAdoo.
Can we talk about Weege in a suit though?
Yeah. Good things will happen. It's exactly it. I had given up many times myself. I like having those conversations because you would never know this watching me on camera, but if you ask my wife, she's been through it. I'm a lot more ambitious and a lot harder on myself than I probably let on when you see me in public. It's something I've said to a lot of these racers. It's the unfortunate side effect of being very ambitious. Anyone in these pits, anyone, mostly the riders, but anyone doing the job, if you have to think about how few of these jobs actually exist, how many people make a living as a race mechanic? How many people make a living as a race photographer, race videographer, announcer, journalist, team manager, tire changer, whatever? There's not a lot of these jobs to go around, and what that means is everyone here is fairly elite at what they do, and you don't get there without having a lot of ambition and being able to make a lot of sacrifices. Again, I'm not saying that any of us are at the level of the riders, but there is a lot of sacrifice involved to be good enough to be part of a very small group. There's 10 or 20 people max that are doing these jobs total and making a living on it. These people in the pits are doing. And what this all leads to is that ambition does lead to, it's sometimes hard to enjoy it even when you get it there because you're so ambitious and you're so competitive and you sweat every mistake and you always want to be better and you never feel like what you've done is enough. And I sympathize with these riders because ultimately all of us, every one of you watching this video right now, this is where you want to be. And what I mean by that is pretty much anyone that's a fan of this had a dream in their head, like, man, imagine being a factory motorcycle racer. Imagine going to the races and racing and being a pro. That's where y'all want to be. But I can tell you, when these guys are actually there, it doesn't always feel as awesome as you would want it to. And I will close it by mentioning I had this very conversation with Ricky Carmichael yesterday because I talked to Tom Vial on Friday. And it seemed like Vial, when he wins Daytona, he comes to America. You don't know how Supercross is going to go. And in his second year, he has a Supercross win. And I was surprised that he didn't seem mega super stoked last week when he won Detroit. And he seemed like he was just back to business here on Friday. And he's like, I just want to prove that I can do it in a stadium. And I'm like, man, that's unfortunate. These guys are so ambitious that when you finally get to the top of the mountain and you get that win, that there's no guarantees that any wins are going to come. You get it, that you can enjoy it more. And Ricky's like, man, No offense, but it is so hard to explain what it's like to be a racer and have that level of ambition, and you have to win titles. And when you win races, the team is like, well, that's what we pay you to do. That's expected. That's a lot of pressure to live with, and it is very hard in that moment to have that perspective of, yes, the wins are expected. Yes, this is just my job. This is not something to do backflips and celebrate in a huge, huge way because it's what I'm supposed to be doing. These are just the normal expectations. It's hard to keep your nose to the grindstone, stay humble, keep working, say, you know, this isn't good enough, I got to do even better next week. But at the same time, enjoy it in the moment. It's a very hard balance that most riders don't get to for a long, long time. I can tell you that Viala's, he's just like, on to the next, on to the next. That's cool to hear McAdoo's already there. Because you got the dream job, you need to enjoy it. It's a very long Weege show. Thanks for watching. Hey, did it happen?
No.
It did not happen.
No.
So you stuck around for the McAdoo Hammaker show.
Yes, sometimes you can hope, sometimes you can dream, but that's not enough. It's just not.
See the ambition of all of us that I'm talking about? Do you see?